Second, continue to advocate for whole person health. Remain vocal champions for the power of naturopathic medicine and nutrition in today's healthcare story. Given all the change that is out there, my personal experience is this: people are eager to hear your voice and your message. Congratulations to you all, and best of luck in the future.
Thank you, Fran. Now, let us turn our attention to celebrating the achievements of this remarkable graduating class. It is one thing to witness a milestone from the outside, quite another to have lived it from within. To honor that perspective, we invite student speakers from each college. These individuals represent not only their cohort, but the collective journey that has brought them to this moment. To provide personal insight into the journey of the clinical nutrition degree graduates, please welcome today's Master of Science in Clinical Nutrition class speaker, Harold Hart, Jr.
Wow. Woo. Good afternoon and good morning, faculty, family, and friends, and to this extraordinary Master of Clinical Nutrition class of 2025. It is a profound honor to stand here today, not just as a graduate, but as a witness to the courage, compassion, and transformation I've seen in each of you. Most of us entered this program with some open hearts, some wide eyes, and some curious and some hopefulness, and maybe a little unsure of what we were stepping into. But beneath that uncertainty was something deeper, a calling. For many of us, this journey began with a personal struggle, with our own health, or watching someone we love fight for theirs. We weren't just seeking a degree, we were seeking truth, a way to understand the body, a way to heal, a way to help. What we found was so much more than biochemistry or case studies. We discovered that nutrition is not just a science, it's a language of care. It's how we say, I see you, I hear you, and you matter. Whether it was through supporting someone with type 2 diabetes, guiding a client through chronic inflammation, or just showing up with some empathy. We found that food has the power to restore not only just the body, but our dignity as well. And still, let's be honest, it wasn't easy. Clinical rotation stretched us to our limits. We had to learn to speak, when to listen, and when to let silence hold space. We questioned ourselves and made many mistakes. We doubted whether we were doing enough. But we kept going. And through it all, we carried each other. I always remember the emails that turned into lifelines, the chat threads that just held everything from research to articles to random memes, some of them pretty funny, and the quiet solidarity of knowing we weren't alone. One voice that became a compass for many of us was Dr. Ross. She reminded us that clinical nutrition isn't fitting people into protocols. It's about meeting them where they're at and honoring the whole person. I remember her telling us to look beyond the lab values, to see the human being, the story, the struggle behind the symptoms. That's what it means to be a healer. It's what it means to practice with integrity. Today, we don't just leave with knowledge, we live with wisdom, friendships, and a whole lot of humility. We leave with a fire that is lit inside of us to do more, to reach further and to keep learning We are not just clinicians. We are advocates, educators, disruptors, and heart-led practitioners. So, my fellow graduates, I am so deeply proud of you, of us. This moment isn't just the finish line, it's the beginning. We now carry the power to shape lives, transform communities, and challenge a system that too often forgets that food is medicine and care is connection. So, let us go forward with fire in our hearts, with open hands, and with that fierce belief that what we do, what we choose to do, can change lives. So, congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Harold. Now we turn our attention to the College of Naturopathic Medicine. To provide personal insight into the journey of the naturopathic medicine graduates, please welcome today's class speaker, Alexis Siegel.
The walk of the physician is not an easy one. It's one that demands strength, sacrifice, and unshakable purpose. We stepped onto this path knowing the challenges that lie ahead, yet certain it was the road we were made for. As we step boldly into the world as naturopathic physicians, we step boldly into our calling to heal, to serve, and to carry the change that healthcare so desperately needs. There were days, far too many to count, when we turned to one another and whispered, "It will be a miracle if I get through this day." And yet, here we are. We have lived those miracles, one day, one step at a time. We endured personal hardships, difficult diagnoses, relationship changes, and the loss of loved ones, all amidst this difficult journey. We showed up, not only for exams that tested more than our knowledge, but for each other. We stood for our patients, we stood for our profession. We stood for our dream and for the healers we dared to become. We persevered and we persisted, and here we are. Through this unrelenting journey, we leaned on our tribe, on our loved ones who stood behind us with steady hearts, cheering us on, worried and cringing at times. On our professors and mentors who offered wisdom, patience, and guidance, pouring their hearts into our growth and shaping the future of our profession. And on our classmates who became our family, because no one truly understands this path except for those who walk it. And for that, I'm forever grateful. We've been through a lot together. After receiving our grades for the second milestone exam, we decided it was a perfect time to go floating down the Salt River because, as if milestone exams weren't already thinning the herd, we figured we'd speed up the process with a few near-death experiences on the water. As new graduates, and even as seasoned clinicians, years from now, there will be days when medicine tests us, when the answer won't be in the textbook. In these times, be guided by the fundamentals of our training, the naturopathic principles. First, do no harm. Identify and treat the root cause. Doctor as teacher. Treat the whole person. Support the healing power of nature. And prevention is the best cure. May the naturopathic principles remind you of the fundamental aspects of health and the beautiful art that is our medicine. The profession we have chosen honors the healing wisdom of the body and respects nature as both teacher and ally, and sees patients not as a diagnosis, but as a whole person. The naturopathic paradigm isn't alternative healthcare. This is what healthcare should be. The The path of the great physician is marked by service and integrity. It is an honor, a sacred privilege, to be trusted as a facilitator of another's healing journey. As we move forward, remember, this is not an ending, this is a beginning. We leave not as experts, but as apprentices of a practice that will take a lifetime to master. May you never lose the art of becoming. May you always carry the humility to continue learning, and may you be sustained by the quiet conviction of what first called you on this journey. There will be days when the path feels lonely. You may face misunderstanding, skepticism, and resistance. But know this, you were called on this quest, not alone, but alongside all of us who share this purpose. The world needs your courage, your conviction, and your healing. True success is not the accomplishment itself, but the magic woven into every small, brave step along the way. Success is not born from perfection, but from persistence. It is found in the quiet, unseen moments when no one is watching. When amidst the chaos, you simply pause, take a breath, and remember that you're proud of yourself, not only for what you've accomplished, but for who you have worked to become. This is the kind of success I wish for each of you. The kind that nourishes your soul and enriches not only your life, but the lives of those you serve. The path of the physician is not an easy one, but is our persistence here today that shows we were meant to walk it. Class of 2025, it is an honor to be on this journey with each of you. Congratulations, the world is waiting for us.
Thank you, Alexis. Now it is my profound honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Dr. Paul Mittman, the president of Sonoran University of Health Sciences. Dr. Mittman began his journey here in 1997 as chair of the Department of Homeopathy and was appointed acting president just 2 years later during one of the most challenging times in this institution's history. In 2000, he officially became president, and over the past 25 years, he has led not only with vision and excellence, but with unwavering kindness, humility, and the core value that has guided him always, we love. Dr. Mittman's legacy is deeply woven into the fabric of Sonoran. Under his leadership, we have seen the founding of the SAGE Foundation and our first community clinics, regional accreditation, the transformation of our curriculum, the growth of our clinical presence, the launch of groundbreaking programs like clinical nutrition, and our evolution from SCNM to Sonoran University. He has been the catalyst behind so many of the things that define us today. He's a relentless learner and visionary, earning a doctorate in education, securing a Piper Fellowship to enhance fundraising efforts, and even winning cycling competitions. Whether he was testifying at the legislature or biking up a mountain, he never stopped moving this institution forward. On a personal note, Dr. Mittman has supported me in ways that go far beyond professional mentorship. In fact, my two boys are here, and if you ask them, who's the president? They'd look at you like that was a dumb question and say, Dr. Mittman, obviously. His care for individual matches his commitment to community, always championing equity, wellness, and the transformational power of service. This marks his final commencement as president before he retires at the end of this month, but his impact on this community, in our profession, and in our hearts will remain for generations to come. Please join me in welcoming our president, our mentor, and our friend, Dr. Paul Mittman.
Well, here we are. Like ships passing in the night, You guys are beginning your healthcare careers. I'm ending mine. And most of you don't know this, but today is 40 years since my only graduation keynote, delivered the day I received my Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine degree in 1985. I've given nearly 50 graduation speeches. Sonoran University holds 2 ceremonies a year, but never the keynote address. And since my talks were always sandwiched between the student speakers and the honoree, I heeded Winston Churchill's advice: be sincere, be brief, be seated. Today, even though they gave me 30 minutes, only kidding, I'll do my best to follow Sir Winston's advice. Since this is my farewell, I have more to say, or more precisely, I have something to say to more of you. I'll start with our guests in the audience, our graduates' friends, spouses, partners, and parents, especially parents. For as you well know, our love and concern for our children continues no matter how old they are or how far away they live. So to those in the audience, our graduates, your friends, spouses, partners, and children, they chose 2 great professions. Since my career began, there have been so many welcome changes in Americans' health and healthcare attitudes. Back in 1985, naturopathic doctors were only licensed in 7 states, and the scopes of practice were marginal. With respect to nutrition, the Board of Certification of Nutrition Specialists didn't even exist. Today, even though the internet and AI offer everyone a wealth of information, patients and clients still need someone they trust to guide them back to health. Of all the available practitioners, the bright, talented, and well-trained women and men who will soon cross this stage are uniquely qualified to provide the personalized, evidence-based care grounded in the healing nature that so many people dearly need and desire. To the Sonoran community. Last month, Tracy, Katie, and Janet organized a retirement celebration for current and past, I should say who they are. Tracy Lindberg, Katie Nettles, and Janet Jo Wilt, and Suzanne Walker organized a retirement celebration for current and past trustees, donors, longtime friends and relatives, some key Sonoran partners, government officials, and some foundation heads. I thought one of the speakers captured Sonoran's essence to a T when he marveled that despite attending similar celebrations and send-offs, he never felt so much love in a room as he did that night. To our current and past faculty, our staff, trustees, our students, and you graduates, donors, patients, its founders, and friends, I love you. Whatever accomplishments anyone ever attributed to me are because of you. In the last few months, I've been asked if leaving Sonoran feels bittersweet. Every time my response is the same: no, it's just sweet. Because Sonoran's faculty and staff, our trustees, and our students are the best. You are the most dedicated and utterly committed to the university's core values: shape the future, achieve excellence, do the right thing. We are resilient and we love. Topping it off, after an extensive national search that yielded over 50 candidates, Sonoran's Board of Trustees selected Dr. Lise Alschuler, a consummate professional whose extraordinary skills, intellect, and personality and connections will lead the university to new heights. It's only sweet, and I couldn't be happier. To our graduates, I looked back over the last few weeks trying to figure out what to say to you guys who are practicing now after many years after I stopped practicing. And so I was looking for some lessons to share with you, Sonoran's class of 2025. So I distilled some words of wisdom, a legitimate phrase since I didn't make up the words or the lessons, but I did learn them. Some came easy, others the hard way. Characterizing my career in the singular is misleading, since over 4 decades, My degree in naturopathic medicine opened many doors that took me to diverse places. There are a few. Early on, I was a researcher conducting and publishing the first double-blind placebo-controlled study on a botanical medicine and becoming the first ND published in an international peer-reviewed journal. I practiced naturopathic medicine for 25 years, helped start and edit 2 journals, was a faculty member and clinic director, and I became a college president when SCNM, now Sonoran, was bankrupt. In fact, the doors were padlocked. I helped license naturopathic medicine in 7 states. In 2000, my colleague, Dr. Tom Cruzel, and I stood up to Arizona's Medical Association, who sought to eviscerate the naturopathic profession's already meager scope of practice, and somehow, instead we passed legislation that granted the profession's broadest scope of practice in North America. At 50, I heeded my wife's insistence and became a student again to pursue a second doctorate in higher education leadership. As president, I was fundraiser-in-chief, helping raise tens of millions of dollars, and I served on 14 nonprofit and/or government boards. Through all that, Laura and I are still in love, and I am blessed with the nicest and most accomplished children and their spouses anyone could ever dream of. Aria and Jill, Cascade and Kyle, and our granddaughter, Holiday. So what is it that I can actually share with you to help in your careers? First, treat everyone with dignity, respect, and with love. When I became president in 1999, to say that I was inexperienced at running a college is quite the understatement. In fact, many people, including some of my friends, didn't think that I would last 6 months. While I wasn't well-versed in finances, thanks to my mother and father and brother and sister, I was an expert in the golden rule. Early in my tenure, a faculty member raved about the president of Whitman College, a highly regarded liberal arts school in eastern Washington state that his son attended. So I asked, could you introduce me? Which resulted in Whitman's president, Dr. Thomas Cronin, no relation to Sonoran's founder, Dr. Michael Cronin. He invited me to shadow him for a day. A political scientist and presidential scholar who served on President Lyndon Johnson's administration, Dr. Cronin's office, with its pictures of him with presidents and other dignitaries, belied his personal warmth and down-to-earth nature. We walked around campus, and he knew every employee's name, from full professors to the groundskeepers. He also picked up garbage along the way. I really don't remember anything else from my visit to Whitman, but ever since, I've been walking the Sonoran campus, talking to students, staff, faculty, trying to remember their names, and earnestly inquiring how they're doing and if there's any way I can be of service. And I've picked up a lot of garbage over the years. Treating people respectfully sounds like a no-brainer. With love, maybe more of a stretch. However, as healthcare professionals, the challenges you will face helping others requires every tool, skill, and medicine you can muster. Think of love as a kind of medicine to enhance the healing process. Love, to me, is like honey to Mary Poppins, who prescribed a teaspoon of honey to make the medicine go down. If that sounds extreme, especially in a clinical encounter, let me share a personal experience, probably a little bit too personal. I recently switched doctors. To be more specific, I switched urologists. The one I left was highly rated, with multiple nice offices, but he routinely kept me waiting, sometimes for over an hour, sitting in the exam room. Conducted hurried exams, and this is a quote, "Sorry, this has to be quick because my daughter has a recital in an hour." And only offering surgical solutions and never getting to know me as a person. He always called me Mr. Mittman. I'm okay with Paul, but he should have remembered from my chart, if not from the history, that I'm a doctor too. When I came home frustrated from what proved to be my final visit with him 2 months ago, Laura searched the internet and said, "Here's an Arizona top urologist. How about this guy?" I knew the doctor from when we were in Rotary together. In fact, I even saw him once for a routine checkup about 20 years ago. I called and got an appointment the following week. When I got there, I sat in the waiting room, and I thought it looked pretty bare bones, nothing to write home about. Within 5 minutes of my appointed time, the doctor came in and said, "Dr. Mittman, it's so nice to see you again, my old friend." He ran some in-office tests, did a thorough history and physical exam, and then invited me into his office to share his recommendations, complete with a journal article to email me to support his treatment plan. A lot more transpired during the 45 minutes I spent there, but I remember most is how he made me feel. He cared for and respected me and my time, and in turn, I trusted him. Think about what you want your clients and your patients to say, think, and probably write about you or post about you. Treating your staff with love and respect is just as important. In fact, a lot of people learn this along the way, but the most important people in a practitioner's office are often the support staff, especially the people who answer the phones, schedule your appointments, and check patients in and clients in and out. I vividly remember front desk employees who helped grow my practice exponentially, not just because they thought I was a good doctor, because they knew I was a good person. The writer and poet Maya Angelou wrote, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." I don't know. That's my answer now. Hey, Paul, what are you going to do after you retire? I don't know. I don't know is actually a good lesson to learn. It took me a long time. Your diligence, hard work, and dedication earned you the opportunity to earn a living by helping people recover their health. What a blessing, and what a responsibility. These 3 words I wish I embraced long ago. I don't know. Because early in my career, I bore what felt like a crushing weight of needing to have answers, both as a clinician and later as a college president. As my confidence grew, I felt more comfortable saying, "I don't know," to which I added, "But I'll do everything I can to find out." Given the complex nature of today's healthcare problems, it's a lot to expect you to have every answer at your fingertips. Establishing a trusting, even loving relationship first gives you the space to search for and find the answers your clients and your patients need. And don't go it alone. Rely on your peers, former instructors, teachers, and mentors. We're all eager and happy to be a part of your successes. And finally, take care of yourselves. I wrote my doctoral dissertation on the relationship between stress and health-promoting behaviors in college and university presidents. What I learned from surveying 437 and interviewing 20, including ASUs and U of A's, also applies to each of you newly minted healthcare professionals. First of all, find a way to quiet your mind. This could be through religion or other spiritual practice, yoga, meditation, and especially mindfulness, which I should add probably has like over 4,000 citations across a host of clinical conditions. 2, eat a healthy diet. Now this is a subject I don't need to elaborate on, I think, right? 3 is to move, and not just exercising. The successful presidents that I interviewed and surveyed found a form of exercise that they loved. And many of you know that I love cycling because it never feels like exercise to me. I just love riding my bike. And finally, have someone to confide in, always complying with HIPAA, of course. Have someone you can share your successes and your challenges with. You might immediately think of a spouse or a partner, but that's not always the best approach. It's a lot to add to a relationship. A friend or colleague is great, and it's never too late to work with a mental health counselor. It took me 65 years. I know how challenging Sonoran's programs are, and some of you shared with me at various times how stressed you felt. So please take care of yourselves for your sake, for the sake of your patients, your clients, and especially those who love you the most. One thing I learned repeatedly is that when I did my best, things tended to work out. And if they didn't, or at least didn't appear to at the time, it was all right. Maybe the timing wasn't right, or maybe what I strived for wasn't so important after all. In addition to my congratulations, please know that I will always be happy to help you in your endeavors. So dear graduates, please accept my invitation to stay in touch, paulmittman@gmail.com. Winston Churchill also said, Winston Churchill is like a treasure trove of good quotes. So Churchill said, "We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give." You, dear graduates, are blessed with careers that accomplish both. To paraphrase an ancient sage, the rest is commentary. Now go and practice. Congratulations, and God bless. I forgot I'm on next, too. Each graduation, we honor someone who's contributed to healthcare or to advancing the human experience. And this year is no different. I have the privilege to introduce you to Dr. Neil Reardon, who, in addition, as he got a chance to speak with our graduates earlier, in addition to his contributions at Sonoran University, his contributions in healthcare go back many decades. Neil was, with his father and with Nobel laureate Linus Pauling, was one of the pioneers in the use of vitamin C, particularly in cancer. Any of our students who've administered nutrient IVs, or those of us who've received a nutrient IV, have a debt of gratitude to Dr. Neil Reardon and to his father, Dr. Hugh Reardon, for the clinic where they pioneered this work, the Reardon Clinic in Wichita, Kansas. Over the last 20 years, Dr. Reardon has been one of the pioneers advancing the field of regenerative medicine and in mesenchymal stem cell therapy in particular. He started a clinic in Panama. It's called the Stem Cell Institute. It is the world's most renowned clinic for the use of stem cells for the treatment of not just pain, which is something that we do here, but also for chronic diseases. Neil does things by the book. He has over 70 publications in peer-reviewed journals to his credit, and he, a couple of years ago, he embarked on a quest to have some of the stem cell treatments that he's pioneered approved by the Federal Drug Administration. And from his remarks earlier today, I think that he is closer than ever, which will not only be good for Neil's company, but it will be a boon for all of us as practitioners, as patients, and for humankind, because the potential that he will be unlocking is virtually limitless. Neil has been a great friend to the school and to the naturopathic profession and, frankly, to the field of nutrition, which is, as he noted before, is where he really got his start. In 2018, Neil made a transformational gift to Sonoran University, which founded the Neil Reardon Center for Regenerative Medicine, an interdisciplinary center that offers patients non-opioid approaches to treating chronic pain. And it is something that is unique certainly among naturopathic medical schools, and frankly, I would say among medical schools and health sciences universities. It is a great honor to welcome Dr. Neil Reardon. Please give it up. All right, this is the first of the degree conferrals. And so, with the authority vested in me by the State of Arizona and the Board of Trustees of Sonoran University of Health Sciences, I hereby confer on you the degree Doctor of Naturopathic Sciences, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I have very few words. One thing I will say, that it's something my brother tells me all the time. He says that that happiness is reality minus expectation. And I would add to that, happiness is love with reality minus expectations. But speaking of expectations, when I first met Dr. Mittman, I had started a clinic here, the Aiden Clinic, and Dr. Rubin, many of you probably know Dr. Rubin, Dan Rubin was working with me, and I reached out to the school, and I think it was under padlock the first time I went there, but it wasn't a university at that point, and then Dr. Rubin told me that Dr. Mittman had been appointed interim president. And I said, that's great. He'll probably have about 6 months. So my happiness is very high because the expectation was very low, and Paul has done some unbelievable things, including making it a full university and adding all these other wonderful programs and recruiting fantastic students. And I accept this honorary degree on behalf of my family, my immediate family, my family at the Reardon Clinic, my family at the Stem Cell Institute and Medistem in Panama, my family at Aiden Products, my family at the Reardon Medical Institute in Dallas, all of whom contributed to my success, to all of our patients, our literally tens of thousands of patients, without whom I would not have been able to be in a position to help with the Neil Reardon Center for Regenerative Medicine. And so I accept this on behalf of all my family. And I want to congratulate all you students. You're going into medicine, into nutrition at a very special time. In my life, and I've been doing this for a long time, I've never had more opportunity or felt so hopeful that we have an administration that the people at HHS have been just incredible the last 6 months. At FDA, they've been incredible. And the first MSC, so I deal with a certain kind of stem cell called the mesenchymal stem cell. And many other countries have approvals for MSCs, and the United States was the one holdout. And in December, the Food and Drug Administration approved the first MSC drug that saves children from dying after having a serious disease. And I think the door has been opened, and I think you guys are going to participate in a way. And there's nothing more naturopathic than taking cells from after birth, from after a healthy baby is born, and the baby's already disconnected from mother. Mother delivers the placenta and the umbilical cord, and that's the starting material that we work with. And those cells grow naturally with nutrition. There's no genetic modification or anything. They're God's gift to us, and there's no greater honor to be able to use those gifts to help people heal in the way that we were meant to heal to begin with. And I think you guys are well positioned to be really the first group of clinicians that have that available to you broadly. So congratulations on your impeccable timing. And I wish you all the luck in the world. And thank you, Paul. Thank you to the board. Thank you to everybody at Sonoran who does an incredible job of educating these fine young people. And I wish you all success. Thank you.
All right. Degree conferrals. You guys ready? All right. All right. We're going to start with our moments away Masters of Science in Clinical Nutrition. You guys stand? If you are able. By the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona and the trustees of Sonoran University of Health Sciences, I hereby confer upon you the degree Master of Sciences in Clinical Nutrition with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations. Now it's time for our Doctors of Naturopathic Medicine candidates. All right, deep breath. By the authority vested in me by the state of Arizona and the trustees of Sonoran University of Health Sciences, I hereby confer upon you the degree Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine with all its rights, privileges, and responsibilities. Congratulations. All right. Now it's time for some diplomas, and so clinical nutrition graduates, please prepare to receive your diplomas, whatever that means. All right, and Dr. Vasquez, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
To individually recognize Sonoran University's newest graduates, I also invite these individuals to come forward. Dr. Gina Kadar, Dean of the College of Nutrition, to hood the graduates. As well as Fran Tui, Chair of the Board of Trustees. And Dr. Mittman, our President and CEO. Family and honored guests, the moment you have patiently been waiting for, the presentation of the graduates. It is my pleasure to introduce to you our graduates with the Master of Science in Clinical Nutrition. Please welcome Dan and Brown. Carly Faraday. With honors, Araceli Green. Harold Hart. April Delane Hauk. With honors, Stephanie House. Zoe Eisen. Nicole Maxwell. Elizabeth Michaelry. Jennifer Pertzborn. Jovita Noel Randolph. With honors, Amanda Snyder. With honors, Nicole Wazalewski. I would also like to recognize today's graduates who could not be here with us in person, but who may be joining us virtually. Please hold your applause until the end. With honors, Christina Bedoya, Desiree Berry, Jessica Draper, Logan Finnecane. With honors, Jamia Gilbert, Amma Johnson. With honors, Stephanie Koss, Teresa Coons, Jonathan LaRocca, Rhiannon Lee Latalati, Samantha Leemaster. With honors, Lucas Latona. With honors, Vasiliki Magnuson. Catherine Maron. With honors, Brittany Melton. With honors, Rachel Moore. Cynthia Munoz. With honors, Christine Ozarchuk. Morgan Price. With honors, Renee Subramanian. Desiree Thomas. Gabriel Velez. Deborah Ronco. Congratulations to all our Master of Science and Clinical Nutrition graduates. Please be seated. Naturopathic medicine graduates, please prepare to receive your diploma. At this time, I invite to come forward Dr. Mitchell, Dean of the College of Naturopathic Medicine, to hood the graduates. It's an honorary step stool, just so you know. Honored guests, family, friends, please help me to recognize Sonoran University's newest Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine graduates as I identify them with their recently earned title. Dr. Angel Barina. With honors, Dr. Erica Brown. Dr. Michaela Cardi Horace. With honors, Dr. Abigail Lupita Crawley. Dr. Christopher Glenn Davis. Dr. Abigail Yvette De Leon. Dr. Nicole Freeman. With honors, Dr. Alexis Green. With honors, Dr. Quincy Harrison. Dr. Tanisha Simone Hurd Black. Dr. Paige Jessup. Dr. Samantha Kunzelman. Dr. Celeste Linders. With honors, Dr. Kylie Judith Mullen. With honors, Dr. Hikma Okoya. Dr. Troy Opagu. With honors, Dr. Drew Peduto. Dr. Emmeline Nicole Pratt. Dr. Alexis Siegel. Dr. Mackenzie Swanson. Dr. Catherine Tarver. I would also like to recognize the achievement of today's ND graduate who could not be here with us in person, but who may be joining us virtually, Dr. Alexa Longfellow. Congratulations to our newest naturopathic doctors. Please be seated. You'll get another chance, don't worry. To our newest Master of Science in Clinical Nutrition graduates, I ask that you all stand once again, as you are able, and to open your programs as I bring to the podium Dr. Gina Kadar to lead you in the Clinical Nutrition Oath.
Graduates, please raise your right hand. As I read aloud, please read aloud with me. I solemnly pledge that I will respect the teachers who came before me and imparted their knowledge upon me. I will share that knowledge with others in a way that is scientifically sound and honors the nutrition profession. I will make evidence-based decisions and recommendations unfettered by my own personal bias. I will recognize my professional strength and limitations and honor the unique value and skills of other healthcare professionals. I will collaborate respectfully and effectively with other healthcare providers. I will do no harm. I will show compassion and safeguard the confidence, trust, and privacy of others. I will uphold all standards of professionalism and commit to working safely, competently, and ethically. I will respect cultural, ethnic, racial, and other individual differences and honor the importance of personalization in healthcare. I will commit to ongoing study and use my critical thinking skills to promote the advancement and application of scientific nutrition knowledge. I will serve as a positive role model to others and contribute to improving public health. With my whole heart, before this gathering of witnesses, I pledge to remain true to this oath. Congratulations, Masters.
Doctors of Naturopathic Medicine, I ask you all to stand once again, as you are able, and to open your programs as I bring to the podium Dr. Jessica Mitchell to lead you in the Naturopathic Physician's Oath.
Doctors, please raise your right hand. As I read aloud, please read aloud with me. I dedicate myself to the service of humanity as a practitioner of the art and science of naturopathic medicine. I will honor my teachers and all those who have developed this knowledge and dedicate myself to supporting the growth and evolution of naturopathic medicine. I will endeavor to continually improve my abilities as a healer through study, reflection, and genuine concern for humanity. I will impart knowledge of the advanced healing arts to dedicated colleagues and students. Through precepts, lecture, and example, I will assist and encourage others to strengthen their health, reduce risks for disease, and preserve the health of our planet for ourselves, our families, and future generations. Hold on. All right. According to my best ability and judgment, I will use methods of treatment that follow the principles of naturopathic medicine. Primum non nocere. First of all, to do no harm. Vis medicatrix naturae. To act in cooperation with the healing power of nature. Tolle totem. To address the fundamental causes of disease. Tolle totem. To heal the whole person through individualized treatments. Docere. To teach the principles of healthy living and preventative medicine. Prevenere. To practice prevention with patients and the public. I will conduct my life and the practice of naturopathic healthcare with vigilance, integrity, and freedom from prejudice. I will abstain from voluntary acts of injustice and corruption. I will keep confidential whatever I am privileged to witness, whether professionally or privately, that should not be divulged. With my whole heart before this gathering of witnesses, as a doctor of naturopathic medicine, I pledge to remain true to this oath. Congratulations, doctors.
Thank you, Dr. Kadar and Dr. Mitchell. And to you all, thank you for joining us today. We will celebrate the graduates one last time in just a moment, I promised. I ask that all guests please remain seated until all the graduates and faculty have recessed. All graduates, please rise as you are able. Faculty and guests, family and friends, it is my pleasure, privilege, and honor to present to you Sonoran University's graduating class of 2025. Once again, thank you for joining us today. Enjoy your graduates, and blessings to all.